Hey everybody, happy weekend. It's over, but start of the new week is now around the corner, and hopefully you're ready for it. Just want to give a quick update on how I'm doing. So, another good week in the bag. Today, we went to Luke's grave and put some new flowers out for him and just kind of set things up. And then we actually bumped into there's another Luke who actually is just a few grave sites down, that their parents actually are on this group and knew about us, and we bumped into them and chatted for a little bit, which was cool. But yeah, so we did that, and then hung out today, watched football. Cardinals won, so that was fun. Other than that, I still sticking to it. I started doing exercises this week: push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, all those good things, squats. Didn't go too hard, but just kind of feeling what my limits were. Just kind of started, and I'll continue them this next week, and then start to push myself. Probably in a week or two. Probably not really pushing myself yet. Got my steps in, all that good stuff. I have tweaked my formula a little bit for dinners. I was sticking pretty raw, and then I kind of started eating some cooked food, and then kind of this past couple days I've included a little bit more on the grain side of cooked food. So I had like some rice and beans, and then today I had some oatmeal. Still all, well, I guess the beans weren't organic. I don't know if the rice was organic either, but still mostly all organic and staying in the definitely realm of no red meat and avoiding dairy. So doing well there, but mixing in a little bit more traditional food, not just like fruits and vegetables. But that's just dinner. Other than that, it's all fruits and vegetables and nuts. And as far a couple people did ask a couple questions last time, like how long is this going to last? I'm not 100% sure. Like it's still too early to see. I was planning on 90 days, putting me somewhere around January 1, where I'd stick hard with the raw stuff. I only did more like 30 days of that, and I've kind of started including a little bit more cooked food. So not sure exactly when that transition will be, but more or less the transition, I think I'm going to stick with at least till January 1 before I really eat meat again, and probably dairy and things like that. And then after that, I'll kind of start introducing them, but probably pretty slowly. Honestly, it's kind of continue forever in a way, to some version of it. It's not like it's going to be just done. But I do want to lose like 15 more pounds. I think I'm down 12 pounds. I seem to have started to lose weight a little bit slower. I think I only lost like 1.5 pounds this week. But probably because I'm kind of getting used to what I'm doing, or maybe I'm mixing in some cooked food or whatever. But still losing weight, which is, I was higher than I wanted to be. I need to lose weight anyway, so that's kind of my plan. I'd like to lose about 15 more pounds, and then after that, which probably I think would put me somewhere around January 1. And then after that, maybe kind of figure out like what a little bit normal stuff is. Other than that, I need to schedule my first CT, get that on the books. I need to probably call tomorrow, and hopefully everything looks good there and kind of have that baseline. So that's what's going on with me. I was going to do show you a little bit about what I put in my shakes in the morning. A couple people were asking me, and I think the other thing, obviously, the whole point of these updates is about you guys too. I'm obviously doing these things, but everyone's affected by chronic disease to some extent. A lot of people. Number one killer is heart disease. Number 2 is cancer. And it's good to change your lifestyle in small ways to help prevent some of these things. And inflammation in the gut and high cholesterol, and like all these things can cause diseases independent of having cancer. So anyway, I think an easy thing for anyone to start incorporating in their life is regularly having a smoothie. Like, it tastes good, shouldn't really be like a real challenge to start doing it. So this is what I do, and I would recommend people start to find a way to incorporate smoothies into their lives. So first off, you want to go organic with berries. Costco has lots of different frozen berries, which are great for smoothies because you're already frozen. This is like a big bag, 4 pounds, it's like $10. So it's not really expensive for considering per pound. This one here is the mixed one. It's probably the most expensive one that they have, where they mix in multiple berries. The cheapest option is to get blueberries and strawberries just directly. But that's a great mix. So blueberries, strawberries, obviously, really any berry is good, but blueberries in particular have tons of antioxidants in them, a lot of cancer-fighting stuff. They're good for inflammation, good for a lot of different things. Google it, do your own research, but berries are good for you. Now, I do a little bit more than that because berries by themselves could be better. And so there's a couple different powders that I add. So I'm going to show you some of these and talk a little bit about them that I add to my smoothie. Mostly because they're not particularly yummy, but you can mix them into the smoothie and not notice it. So the first one I do is I added matcha powder, which you can get at Costco organic. You can buy it online. There's a lot of different ways. But basically it's green tea. Green tea's been known to have a ton of good side effects. It's good for fighting cancer. For me, part of why I do it every day is it does have some caffeine, and I haven't been drinking any dairy, and I like coffee with like cream and sugar, and I'm not eating any sugar either. So it's just gross having like a black coffee. I'm just like, no. But doing this, I can do like 2 tablespoons of this and get around 100 milligrams of caffeine. So kind of solves my caffeine addiction, which I think is kind of just going away, but it's a little bit there. I also include dates. This is mostly just to add a little sweetness and helps, keep everything together. That's not like a particular cancer fighting one, it's just something there. The other one is cranberry powder. So raw cranberries are really like super potent antioxidants, and the problem with them is they're really hard to get and they're bitter. So what you can do, you can get on Amazon. This is freeze-dried cranberry, and it's basically just as if it was raw, so it doesn't lose any of the it's not processed really, because it's just freeze-dried and then crushed. And so I do like a tablespoon of this. This one here, I can't even say it, leaf powder. Off the top of my head, I don't remember why this is good. Google it. I'm sure it's super great for a lot of things. But I do put a little bit of this in it. It's just, a boost. The other one, and this one I have done a little bit of research on, probably could do more, but it's almond powder or Indian gooseberry, or I think it's Indian gooseberry. It's super well, I don't say super popular. It's popular in India, and it is kind of like a magic fruit. So it's not good. It's pretty bitter. So just trying to take it directly would be kind of nasty. But if you mix it in with a smoothie, a half a tablespoon. I think it's about what I do. Is about half a tablespoon. I don't go too crazy with it. You don't really taste it. But Google it. It is good for a lot of things. First off, it's like, I believe the antioxidants are like, I want to say it's like 200 times better than just like berries. So it's like a superfood. But it's also known to be good for lowering cholesterol and for diabetes. So if you have those kind of chronic things you're taking medication for or something like that, look it up. It's worth checking into and maybe incorporating it in your diet, because just super beneficial. So I've been doing that for several weeks now. I'll probably incorporate a shake probably for the rest of my life. We'll see. There's just too much benefits, and it's just pretty good, you know. I also add kale and like nuts into it. So like I do cashews or just pick any tree nut as well. So it gives a little extra calories. If I was eating a normal diet, I might not do as much of that stuff and just kind of make it yummy. But for me, it's kind of my meal. So, putting some extra fat and stuff in there is good for it. Anyway, so there's just some ideas for you guys. This is your weekly reminder to not eat something processed, eat something real, eat something organic, vote with your money, and then take a walk, a couple walks. Oh, and one other thing, Google it, but the best time to take a walk is right after you eat, and probably the best time to do it, because sometimes it's hard to do it during the day, right? You're busy in the morning, whatever. You eat, you're then going directly to work. At least take a walk after dinner. So 10-minute walk after dinner. It's great for digestion. And if you don't eat again after dinner, then your obviously digestion goes well. It'll help you sleep. So if you have problems sleeping, or just in general, want to move things along, that's a great time for a walk. So anyway, those are my updates for this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll give you an update next week.